Hey, welcome back to the channel. This out here, looking at some of this cover crop I seeded. So if you haven't done so, go like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. As you can see, got a little mat of green going on here. So what I ended up doing here was it got dissed, and then we spread on rye. So this is rye growing in here. So that's rye. Then we ended up disking it again, just lightly with the disc way up. Just to work it in the ground a little bit, so you can see there's little ridges and whatnot like that. But overall, that's looking pretty awesome. It will all fill in pretty nicely. Nice little green tarp. So what the deal was here was, I got it this spring, this field, and it was between me and somebody growing green beans, I think. And I ended up getting it because I told him, yeah, I'll put cover crop in when it's done. He wants it to get better and better. This was a field that had a lot of debris, still has a lot of rocks in it. So we put cover crop in. It's gonna grow. We'll see how it grows. Probably because of the amount of rocks in here, I'm just gonna plow it under and plant corn back into it in the spring. So I'm actually pretty excited with how well that is looking. So my goal for this winter is build a tillage implement for one pass to go through sod ground that we can also put on seed with. Since we have a Gandy fertilizer slash really good application air applicator, I guess it would be, that I could mount onto a tillage implement and do all this in one pass, and try to get into doing some grass, sod ground, breaking it up and putting it back into the grass in one pass. So that's my goal for this winter. We'll see what we get into. But figured I'd stop over here. I didn't think it was gonna be out of the ground. Little bare spot here. So I figured some of the geese and whatnot are gonna get into this. Geese and deer, but that's some good stand. Pretty excited. Pretty excited. So a lot of you might ask, why do we do cover crop, people that aren't farm background? Pretty much maintain soil condition in winter with runoff and whatnot. We have a lot of sandy soil, but also add nutrients back into the soil. So that's the big thing. We used to get it put on by a helicopter because of the county, as far as there's money for it in the county pretty much. And they put it on corn ground ahead of time. Now we don't put much cover crop because there's no money assistant for that right now, and we don't have a good way of doing it. Granted, we did 20 acres of it this fall, and it actually looking pretty good. Plus we have a lot of geese damage, so you put cover crop in, geese show up, eat everything. So Yanko's pretty good at keeping them moving, but that is the reasoning behind cover crop. Some people put wheat, triticale. We put rye this time. I put triticale, I put wheat before, tillage radishes, stuff like that. So a lot of different things, but trying to be better stewards of the land every year. That is the goal, right? That's the goal. He is one happy dog. Just checking on the cover crop. Sea of green. Looks good. Looks really, really good. I think we got more opportunity and chances to make it a lot better how we apply it, but it's got some height, 4 inches or so. Looks awesome though. Very pleased with it. We'll swing on over, check that other field that had grub damage. That's drier soil, so we'll see how that's going. Plus there's a pond next door, so the geese get into it. But you can see right here, so that's all green. And then it gets lighter here. Then there's some bald spots, or bare spots, I guess. The fertilizer spreader didn't get it as aggressive here as it did over there. Clearly, he didn't get close enough to the edge here. So this stuff is not looking as sharp. Much sandier soil, which I knew. So it's gonna get corn back in here next year, but we just put cover crop pretty much to help build up the soil. Plus there's a lot of geese in here because there's a pond over on the back side, so it's got lumps and stuff. This is where I ended up chisel plowing in the 7520. Had the rear end grenade itself, so. But I chisel plowed this, he spread it on, chisel plowed disc, spread it on, and disced it in. But you can see a lot of bare spots, not as consistent. But we're not gonna harvest, I don't think, either of them, due to how far away it is, and due to this will grow, but not very well. Over there is gonna grow very well, but there's so much garbage in it that mowing it and chopping it would, there's bricks, there's trash, there's plastic. So yeah, there's some there, nothing really to brag about, so I'm showing you guys because then the world can know that it's not always perfect. Nothing goes to plan, but this is working out. I wasn't expecting to even put cover crop in here, but what are you doing? I'm honestly surprised that there is stuff here, because the amount of geese that were here was crazy. I do see on the edges there's more, so but I guess that'll do it. I'm just rambling on now. So I figured I'd update you guys on this video as far as the cover crops. That would be enough of cover crop till the spring. But trying to keep these videos coming for you guys. If there's any questions, drop comments below. I like answering them. Trying my best to keep up on them. Make sure you give a thumbs up. If you're not following, make sure you subscribe. Till next time, thanks for watching.